NHL, let's talk about what's gone on. Storyline tonight, Kings, Edmonton Oilers. The Kings are built to go deep into the NHL Western Conference playoffs. Edmonton is like a barricade on the highway. 3 straight years they played the Oilers, 3 straight years the Kings have been eliminated by those guys. The Kings got goal scorers, there's no doubt about it. Kopitar and Kempe between them, 54 goals. They got Fiala, they got Pierre-Luc Dubois, they got Drew Doughty, Mikey Anderson on defense. The only concern is I don't know that they have enough goaltending. That becomes a real big issue when you get to the playoffs. Kings think they've got enough guns to do something, but that's Connor McDavid, 132 points. That's Zach Hyman, a journeyman who scored 54 goals. That's Leon Draisaitl, who's got 41. That's an unbelievable offense. And the difference in Edmonton tonight compared to Edmonton last year is their young goaltender has kind of grown up on the job, Stuart Skinner. He's playing much better in goal as a second-year starter. So Kings-Oilers, that's the marquee game. How about Winnipeg, Colorado on Sunday night? Over 15,000 whiteout. Everybody wore white. And that was a close hockey game till the final 16 minutes. They scored 6 goals in the final 16 minutes. Those goaltenders were under siege, and Winnipeg wound up winning. Kyle Clifford, Tyler Toffoli, Shoffley, that's a pretty good collection of guys who can score on different lines in Winnipeg, and they got Connor Hellebuyck, maybe the most underrated, best goaltender in the NHL. Yeah, they've got snipers everywhere, and they got a red-hot goaltender, and Colorado was shocked that they got beat because Colorado is really good, led by Nathan McKinnon, maybe the MVP in the league. A lot of criticism today of the Colorado goaltender who let in 7 goals, didn't play really well, especially at crunch time. So Winnipeg's got 1 win under their belt, and Canada, can you imagine if they get the second one before the series ships back to Denver? Vancouver, Nashville. Nashville's crafty, Nashville's fast. Vancouver's big and physical. Vancouver just kept hitting Nashville last night, and by the middle of the second period, Nashville looked gassed. Their offense was gone. They couldn't get the puck into the zone. Canucks are really dangerous, and Rick Tocchet, their coach's philosophy is you take no penalties, you take no BS in front of the net, nobody touches your goaltender. We're going to crash the crease at the other end of the ice. We're going to put bodies in front of that goaltender, and we're going to throw pucks at those bodies. They scored 2 goals that were critical through screens. Poor goaltender. Nashville's goaltender had no idea where the puck was. There were so many legs and so many bigs in front of him. And that's how Vancouver wins its games. Vancouver had 109 points during the regular season. New York Rangers beat Washington. They got goal scorers, led by Artemi Panarin, 49 goals this season. And they're tough, and they're physical. New York's a pretty good team. Boston, it's like playing a bunch of barroom bouncers. They got so many big bodies, and they just lean all over you. And they just eradicated the Toronto Maple Leaf goal scorers. It was like Austin Matthews, who scored 69 this season, was not on the ice. He never saw the puck. They couldn't get him the puck. And the few good shots they got, their goaltending made them say, Boston is so bloody big. Their forwards are bigger than the defenders are just, they're like traffic pylons. Mm-hmm. So that's going to be a fascinating series. And I'll tell you, the 2 other teams from the States, they're not getting as much recognition, and they're really good. They're not fancy, but they're workmanlike. Florida Panthers, Dallas Stars, they got players. So these playoffs are going to be good. In my heart, I'd love to see a complete all-Canada Stanley Cup final because I think it'd be great for the game, and it's their game. I understand their game, but boy, these playoff series, and they're all best of 7. So there's no short series, pal. It's the toughest cup to win. So you enjoyed my Molson's Canadiens. So tell me what you saw in hockey.
The energy in those arenas was out of control, and it's so much different than an NBA playoff game, isn't it? You know, just the energy in the room and the white out there in Winnipeg, and the way the camera would go to the fans outside watching on the big screen.
The street.
Yeah, which is fantastic. And you see a lot of places around North America with, those big screens. I remember when the Toronto Raptors were going deep in the NBA finals, all the fans are out there, we the North. So good on Winnipeg. And, I watched quite a bit of the Canucks game too, and that was a lot of fun. I was telling you, I was texting you, I really like how they wear blue and green, kind of matches the Seahawks and the Mariners.
The regional color.
They're regional colors. I like that. But what was it the Winnipeg game where that guy shot the goal and it hit the post 3 times and it just was barely in, like by a micromillimeter. But that was incredible camera work there too.
Yeah. Philosophy in the NHL in playoffs. All out, every shift, every night. That's how you play NHL playoff hockey.
Balls to the wall.
Exactly. Take no prisoners. We go from that